Hello! So the purpose of this video is to introduce myself to anyone who doesn't know me. I'm Mim and I am 24 and I am from Gloucester, and for everybody that does know me, I feel as though I probably have a little bit of explaining to do. The last year has been a little bit of a whirlwind for me, and yeah, so here goes. So as many of you probably already know, I went to university in Cardiff. I got my degree in biomedical science. I worked in the NHS and then I worked in sales and then scientific sales and whatnot. So whilst I was at my most recent job, I actually had a back injury and they decided to let me go because they couldn't really afford to wait and they were missing out on too many sales and blah, 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 blah. They let me go. So I lost my job and I lost my car. And since then, I've mostly been working on getting my back better and also working at a bar and, at Tank in Gloucester, it's a great place, and at Gloucester Brewery, which has been absolutely brilliant for my recovery and I cannot thank them enough. So that's been absolutely fab. However, it's sort of taught me that I need to stop doing what I think I should be doing and actually do what I want to be doing. And that is actually making some kind of big difference somewhere, or even just a little difference, as long as I feel passionate about it and that it's worthwhile. And I guess that my time will actually be appreciated, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure you've all worked somewhere and you felt that you are literally only as good as what you can produce, and you as a person aren't actually valued. And that is something that I'm really, really craving. So that's what I've gone in hunt for. So you've probably all been spammed to death with my dog. Oh, here's Piggy, my dog Olive. She's not this one in the background. No, that way. There we go, just about. But she is downstairs. She's probably having some cuddles with Mum. And she is a rescue dog from Romania. Now, I don't know too much about Olive's story, but I know that I think that she was dumped on like a compost heap or a pile of poo or something like that, and she was dying. But the thing is, a lot of the people over there don't necessarily care. They don't really have the same attitude as what we have over here. And that is unfortunately the case for a lot of the poor poochers that are over there, because they have just bred out of control and they are just wild dogs. Well, not wild, they were domesticated once, but they are essentially stray, and as obviously not spayed or neutered, so there's just puppies all over the streets and they're just being abused basically. And if they go into the wrong hands, then their life isn't very high quality, should we say. So the charity itself was set up by a fantastic lady who, although I haven't met yet, is highly inspirational. Her name is Dora. She's a teacher, she's a highly educated lady, but she just could not stand all of the cruelty that was going on right in front of her eyes. And this is how I understand it. So she has put every single spare second, minute, hour of every day, every penny that she has, into building up some kind of shelter and some kind of safe place for these dogs to live and to actually have a life worth living, where they are loved and they're fed and they're cared for. And she has been doing this, she was doing it relatively on her own, but now we've kind of built up the charity Amicii. There's a British team and there's the Romanian team, and they work together to get the dogs off the streets, the ones that need to be rescued, the puppies. They are spayed, neutered, they're given all of their vaccinations, and they are ready to be fostered and adopted and cared for and sent to essentially a forever home. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just fussing this little cat because she's very needy. Here she is, here's Piggy. So, as I said, I was completely unfulfilled before, wasn't passionate about what I was doing, and now I've decided that I would like to go volunteering, and I'm going to move to Romania to work closely alongside Dora and to hopefully make things a little bit easy on her, because she's spread very thinly at the moment, and to work with the British team to make sure that everything is everything is in place, that they've got everything they need, and it's as easy as it is possible to get the doggies, whether they're coming over here or whatever's happening to them, just to make sure that things work properly. So I wanted to put in perspective an idea of the costings, because I don't know if you know much about Romania, but it's not a very well-off country. And that means, as a result, when you sort of convert our money to theirs, then it means that we're actually very well off. So to put it into perspective, like I said, I've done a little bit of maths. Now, maths isn't my forte, so I expect someone will probably pick me up on something if you want to actually have a look at it. But I had a look at my Facebook as well, and I have 1,404 friends. I say this loosely, friends. And if every single one, if everybody on there donated £1, obviously that would equate to £1,404. So, with that in mind, one dog to be fed for 1 week, this is an adult dog, costs £5, which is ridiculously cheap. To spay a female dog is £12. To neuter is £10. To provide rabies vaccination is £6. And to microchip is £4. So as you can see, it is literally pennies. And then, so going back to my friends list, £1,404 would provide days food for 281 days for one adult dog. That's equivalent to, say, 40 weeks. 117 spay procedures, 140 neuters, 234 rabies jabs, 351 microchips. And any other money will go towards the new shelter that is being constructed. And so this sort of, the purpose of telling you that isn't to force you to part with all your hard-earned money. In reality, just watching this video and me raising the awareness is good enough for me. So thank you for listening this far. The other thing I wanted to mention is, I don't know if you guys know how cold it gets over there, but as you can imagine, all these dogs on the streets, they don't have shelter. They are probably just dying of cold if they're not rescued. It's snowy, it's absolutely freezing. And I'm looking what I'm packing, and it's jumpers, thermals, layer upon layer upon layer, loads of woolly socks. And these guys have just stand no chance if they don't have a shelter. So they, Dora and Anne and everybody else has worked together in order to get this new purpose-built shelter up and running, and we're still a little bit short of money for that, but again, it's pennies. So if you really, really do love animals, you care about your planet, and you have £1, £2, £3, £4, £5 to spare, that will really, really be changing a life. And you will see, because I will update you and I will show you all the good and amazing things that are happening over there, and you will, hopefully you'll feel good, because it will really, really be changing, like I said, the whole life of one dog, more than one dog. It's phenomenal what we could do together. And then finally, so obviously you need to know where to donate to. The lovely Anne Percy has set me up a You Caring page, and I'll provide that in the link. Again, you do not have to donate. I'm just grateful that you watch my video and understand where I'm at, why I'm going. And yeah, if you can, thank you very, very much. I thought I'd better get a little bit of a footage of Olive. Here she is. She is rubbing her butt on me. As she does. Here she is. Oh, are you going to say hello? I mean, she's not really... how about this? No, shy? What are you doing? I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm trying to showcase this beautiful creature, but she's just... I'm not sure. She's beautiful. Sometimes I look at her and it makes me really sad, because I just think there's so many other Olives over there. I can't imagine how hard it must have been for her.